After Zion Williamson's first 2 games in the NBA, everyone is criticizing Pelicans head coach Alvin Gentry. People say he should play more and that he needs to be in crucial moments at the end of games. Everyone wants to see Zion more, and as a Pelicans fan myself, I do too. We have to look at the future of his career and his health. It is understandable why the Pelicans and their medical staff want to limit the time Zion is on the floor. They want him to play, but in small bursts, to limit the force on his knees. What we really should be paying attention to is who Zion is on the floor with. In his first series, Zion played with the starting group of Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Drew Holiday, and Derek Favors. In this stretch, Zion was used at his natural position, power forward. At 6'6", Zion is a tad undersized for this role, but his athleticism and strength allow him to. In his second series, Zion was asked to play with 4 new players. He played with Jackson Hayes, Nikolai Alexander-Walker, Josh Hart, and E'Twaun Moore. He was used again as a power forward. In his third NBA series, Zion played again in the starting group, just like in the first 4 minutes of the game. In the fourth quarter, as we all know, Zion popped off for 17 points. For his final series of the game, Alvin Gentry tried Zion at the center position. This is where he had his success. He was playing alongside Lonzo Ball, Frank Jackson, E'Twaun Moore, and Josh Hart. This was his best stretch, mainly because the Spurs decided to let the three-point line guard him, and Zion went 4 for 4 from 3. I'm not saying the Pelicans need to run Zion immediately 30 minutes a game, but they should at least try to keep him in similar roles with similar types of player. For example, if he starts the game alongside Lonzo and JJ Redick, he would play with Lonzo and E'Twaun Moore because of their similar playstyles. In my opinion, the Pelicans also need to play Zion at the end of each game. A big thing for young players is confidence, and although Zion is aware that Coach Gentry is taking him out because of the mental status request, he needs to play at the end of games, not just for the team's sake of winning, but his confidence. When a coach believes in a player to succeed, they will. If the Pelicans want to keep using Zion in these short bursts, they should up the time to 5 to 6 minutes a quarter and have Zion start the first and third quarters and have him finish the second and fourth quarters. In his second career game, Zion played with the starting group and then played again alongside a new group of players in his second rotation. Zion played with Frank Jackson, Drew Holiday, E'Twaun Moore, and Josh Hart. Once again, the Pels came out of halftime and went back to their starting group, but in the fourth, Zion had a new group of teammates with Josh Hart, Drew Holiday, JJ Redick, and E'Twaun Moore. In this game, Zion only played with 8 teammates, but yet 2 different rotations from his debut. Alvin Gentry has to play Zion with the same group of guys and only mix it up once a game. We don't need to test Zion with every guy on the roster. We need to see him get comfortable with the main group of players and get used to the pace of NBA basketball. Whether or not the Pelicans are trying to win is up for debate. They lost 13 games early this season and then won 11 out of 14, leading to Zion. As of now, they are only 4.5 games out of a playoff spot, yet they would have the 10th best lottery odds if the season ended today. They said earlier that they want to add veterans and not trade away theirs. Although things could change into 5 games before the deadline, the Pelicans seem to be making a playoff push. Zion's return will certainly help, but only if they use him right and keep him in similar rotations, allowing him to get comfortable.